Hello there, everybody. Thank you so much for stopping by and hanging out for our messages for all signs for January the 10th. And also, we're going to have a little bit of Reiki, and then we will have free for all questions and cards of the day after that until I run out of time. So let's just get started right off the bat with the message for Aries for the 10th. And what is the 10th? I think it's Wednesday, right? Yep, for Aries on the 10th. Here we go. Okay, so for Aries on the 10th, I feel like there is some things are going very smooth. Some smooth sliding is actually what I'm hearing. So I think there's something that you have planned to do that is very important to you. And I'm expecting that everything is going to fall into place. In fact, I have the sense that things are going to fall into place in such a way that you're actually going to be a little bit surprised at how smooth it went, especially when it comes to the cooperation that you're getting from other people on whatever this is you're trying to accomplish on the 10th, Aries. Let's look at Taurus. Taurus, I'm getting a couple of messages for you, and I'm just trying to make heads or tails of them. Zulily, hello, hello. You're not Zulily, you're Zully. Hello, hello. Let's see. Okay, so Taurus, there's a couple of different messages coming in for you. So I'm not sure if I think what's happening is for some of you, both of these messages will apply, and for others of you, it's just going to be one or the other. So you'll have to see what resonates actually for you. The first message that I have coming in has to do with I'm actually seeing you guys out flying a kite and really just having fun flying a kite. So I think there may be some form of relaxation that is really like unformatted. That's what I want to say. So it's not on a schedule, it's not a competition, just some form of relaxation where you are enjoying nature and enjoying what man can do in nature. It doesn't have to be flying a kite. This can be getting in a boat and going out on the water, fishing or whatever. Um, but anyway, isn't that strange for this time of year? Maybe you can get out in a boat and go fishing. Anyway, so Taurus, some kind of replenishment that's coming to you through interacting with nature in some way, whether it's through with wind or through, with a kite through wind, or whether it's out in water. But there's something going on there for relaxation and replenishment. The other message that I have coming in is I feel like there's somebody that you're interacting with in your life on the 10th that is. I have them coming in as being a whale. So when I say a whale, I don't mean like a big person with lots of extra weight, but somebody who is really important in the circles that they run in. This is somebody who has a lot of influence. And so whenever they show up, I feel like when you're interacting with this person, this could be a celebrity that you've always wanted to meet and interact with, or this could be somebody that is in your industry that it's great to have the opportunity to network with them, to have set up some kind of relationship with them where you can actually communicate back and forth. This comes in to me as being advantageous, whatever this interaction is with a whale. Now, for some of you, it may be very literally that you're out whale watching, but I feel like for most of you, this really has a lot more to do with connections and that you're meeting somebody who can have a lot of influence and can be really good for you to actually know. And so that's for the 10th for Taurus. Boy, we have a lot of people in here already, don't we? Zully, hello, hello. Samantha Green, hello, hello. Finally, finally, I'm so glad that you're here, my dear. Patty E, hello. You are on time. I'm just finishing up Taurus. We've got 10 more signs to go and then some Reiki. Glad you made it back, Ms. Patty. We are here. Absolutely. Thank you for saying hi, by the way. I appreciate it when people walk in and say hi. Gemini, 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 Gemini. Gemini, I feel like you may be having your picture made for something on the 10th. This could be getting professional pictures made. Maybe you need a headshot for a resume or a website or some promotional material. Could be something along those lines, Gemini. This could be that you've done something and the newspaper wants to take your picture, or your company has done something and you're the representative, and so you're going to be in the picture for whatever that event might be. The other thing that I hate to say, but it's really coming up strongly, and I'm sure that it's not the majority of the Geminis that I watch, but some of you may be taking mugshots. Okay, so be careful, guys. Try to keep it within the law if you can, so that you don't have to live that one out. Lisa, oh, hello, hello. Glad to see you here, honey. How are you today? Okay, so those of you who are here, if you don't mind sharing, please do so. The more the merrier on a live event. Okay, so Cancer, Cancer, Cancer. We've got a lot of play energy today. Cancers, I feel like you're taking some time to do some rest and relaxation. Some of you may be going to work, but doing the rest and relaxation after work. But I do feel like there's a lot of you Cancers that are going to be avoiding work if you can, so that you can do something along the lines of rest and relaxation on Wednesday. Leo, 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 Leo. Leos, I feel like on Wednesday you're doing something artistic that affects other people. Now, artistic, maybe I shouldn't say artistic, maybe I should say creative. Maybe it's going to be a combination of both. But I feel like whatever this does, it isn't that you're just doing it for you. I don't think you're doing it just for your replenishment, although I think that it does actually replenish you. This could be something as simple as going down to the park and playing your violin for bystanders, or I don't know, something artistic or creative that is a benefit to other people as well as yourself. I don't feel like you're really sacrificing in what you're doing. I think that you're enjoying it, but it also is benefiting other people. So I hope that makes sense to you, Leos. Leos, that's you guys. You're a Virgo, Sag, Aries. Virgo's coming up. Aries is done. And Sag will be later. Virgo. Virgos, I feel like there was something that you were expecting to receive. For some of you, this was recognition. For some of you, this is finances. And I feel like you have received some of whatever you were expecting, but not the full amount. So I'm feeling like I'm feeling some dissatisfaction coming from some Virgos at just being given partial recognition for what they've done or who they are, and maybe part of the financial things that should have been coming to them, or at least that they perceived were coming to them. Okay, so some frustration there, Virgos, but definitely, I mean, you can always do a half full or half empty glass, but I do feel like you are getting some kind of recognition, or you are getting some kind of finances. It's just not exactly what you were expecting. So you get to decide how you want to handle that. Glass half full, glass half empty, always up to you. There's striving. Hey, hey, glad to see you in the room. Libra, Libra, Libra. Libras, I'm getting a picture of you guys like sliding into home plate. Who was that guy that did that? Number 42. He was like known for stealing bases. One of the first African American baseball players. Amazing guy. There's a movie called 42 on Netflix. You have to watch it. But anyway, I'm seeing you guys sliding into home base, like just literally like just barely making it. So something's going on, Libra, where I feel like actually, even though you're just sliding into home base and you're just barely making it, whatever this deadline is that you're just barely making, or this goal that you're just barely reaching, whatever it is, I feel like the challenge of reaching it or of making this goal or whatever it is for you, I think that a challenge is really throwing a lot of adrenaline out to you. And I think that even though there's a certain amount of stress there, Libras, I think you're really enjoying the whole crunch time. It's now or never, do or die. I think you're really enjoying that, because I think you're sliding into home. You're going to make it, even if it is by the skin of your teeth. Oh, Zuli, I'm sorry, honey. Let's see about Scorpio. Scorpio, Scorpio. Scorpios for the 10th. I think that we may find it very tempting to become like the mother hen of some kind of group on the 10th. Mother hen to me is like, this is the person that, like if it's a work situation, like everybody goes to because that person has the best cold medicine in their purse, or the best fix it for whatever, the best fix it for stocking runners, or the best advice for relationships. I mean, they're just like the queen of all things ever needed, basically becomes the mother hen in a place. And I feel like Scorpios, we kind of fall into a little bit of mother hen mode on the 10th. There may be somebody that comes to us that just needs some encouragement or even some practical help. And we're doing that. We're doing that. Okay, so that's Scorpios. Tammy Bambi, glad to see you here today, honey. Are you in your tile getting done? Is that today? Sagittarius. Optimistic. That's a good way to go. Okay, so Sagittarius, what do I have coming up for you? I'm hearing the words "we're rolling," and I'm seeing a picture of a camera, Sagittarius. So you may be in like home videos or some kind of promotional material for your office or for your business. For some of you, the "we're rolling" part may just be that you're on the road maybe you're even making a video on the road, or you're making a video of a vacation or some time off. I don't know, but I'm hearing "we're rolling" and I'm seeing a video camera. So you guys definitely have things happening, and you are making some kind of recording of them, whether it's actually video or not. You are sharing your experiences with the world one way or another, Sagittarius. That's usually you around your house. Okay, so for those of you who are here, if you have not shared yet, please share. Always more fun, the more the merrier. Okay, let's take a peek at Capricorn, Capricorn, Capricorn. Capricorns on the 10th, I feel like you're coming up to a deadline, and you are, I feel like you're actually ready for this deadline, but I do feel like you're tweaking what you have ready for this deadline. You're trying to make it as perfect as it can possibly be before you have to turn whatever this is in, or have whatever this is accomplished. And so while it is basically finished and complete, there are still some edits going on, Capricorn. And I think that you're tense because I think these edits, you're seeing them as very important. And so you definitely want to get them done before the bell rings that your time is up. I don't know, Patty. Usually mugshots aren't rolling though, so probably not. Aquarius. Aquarius. Aquarius, this is interesting. It feels to me like you're a big fish in a small pond on Wednesday. And it feels to me like you're starting to feel like, you know what, I've kind of outgrown this pond. I'm too big. There's not room for me and all the other little fishies here. I need to be in a bigger pond where maybe I'm not the big fish anymore. But you're ready to level up. And for a lot of you, I feel like this is professionally that you're ready to level up. You're ready to step up your game and maybe go into a setting where you have more competition for whatever it is that you do, just because you're feeling like you've kind of plateaued out because there's no good competition in wherever you have been in this arena with your work. And so you're looking for another place where you can go, where you can sharpen that knife with other people who are competitive, and where you can learn from people who know more than you instead of you being the one who knows the most. So Aquarius, I think you're frustrated with where you are now. You're ready to go into a place that's more challenging. I think a similar setting, but a setting that's more challenging for you intellectually, especially intellectually, I should say. Okay, so let's move on to Pisces. Pisces, what do we have going on for you guys? Pisces, I think you're bringing something to completion on Wednesday. This could be a work project, a job. This could be even a relationship where you've had some issues going on for a while and you're just tired and fed up. You're ready to just say, you know what, thank you very much. I have had enough of that flavor, enough of the drama, enough of the craziness, enough of the hurt. Now it's time for me to push that flavor away from my plate. Okay. So ending something, Pisces. There's something definitely that you're ending. And of course, always the thing to remember with endings is that they do make room for something new to begin that hopefully will be much better than what you just ended. All right, so that's Pisces. So now let's do some Reiki. All right, so Reiki is going to be set for whatever is for your highest and best interest. If any of you out there have something that's more specific that you would like the Reiki to assist you with, then feel free to adjust that intention. For those of you who are watching after the broadcast is over, no worries, the Reiki will be just as effective for you should you set the intention to receive it. So I would encourage you to do so. All right, so let's go ahead and get this started. Okay, so we're going to do this until 52 after 52 after the hour. Patty, I don't know. And you'll have to ask me again once we get into questions, because right now I can guarantee you I won't remember from now until then. You never know what can come up during Reiki. For those of you who weren't here yesterday, yesterday certainly proved that. Need some healing for your head. Okay, so just ask the Reiki, just say to the Reiki, Reiki, please assist me with relief for my headache and healing for my head. That's all it takes to set your intention or change your intention. Right, striving, I hear ya. Marianne Grant, hello, hello. Thank you, my dear. I'm feeling good too. How do you like that? Looking good and feeling good at the same time. Thank you, my dear. Zilly, where do you live? That's a name that I haven't heard before. There's Miss Avni. You're just in time for Reiki. We're doing Reiki for about... Now I can't even do math. About 4 more minutes, I think. 4 more minutes is right. You're asking for relief with your breathing. Cool, cool. Ending in 4. We already started it. Ending in 3 now. Ending at 52 after the hour. Absolutely, if you want to, you can, Evney. Did Putty get to come home today? I forgot, it's already late where you are. Oh. Okay. One more minute. Lots of energy going out today, but nothing like yesterday. A lot of base chakra, solar chakra, sacral chakra, heart chakra, third eye, throat chakra, crown chakra. Wow, all the chakras. Feet again. Knees, definitely. You love cats too. Gotcha, Zilly. Okay, so there's 5 minutes. Let's finish up Reiki. All right, guys, so time for questions of the day. Card of the day, I should say, or questions. Just type in if you want a card of the day, put that up in the chat box. If you want a question, put that in the chat box. One or the other, not both. You want a lucky dip COD? I don't know what a lucky dip one is, but I can give you a COD. Where you're going in spring and with who? Tammy Bambi, one question. Pick one. Pick one. Marianne Grant. Marianne Grant. You've got the 9 of Arrows showing up in reverse, honey, in this deck. That just means that there's something that you were dedicated to and just, really going to handle and stay with and stick with come heck or high water. Right now, Marianne, you're like, why am I doing this again? Do I really want to be dedicated to this idea or this person or this project or whatever it is? You may even be just walking away. Zuli Eshergo, I don't do a card for your career. I do a card of the day, which is going to be something that will have happened either within the past 24 hours or the next 24 hours. Or if you have a specific question, you can ask a specific question. And I do mean a specific question because I'm just here for a little time. I'm trying to help as many people as possible. La, da, 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 da. COD for Avneet. Tammy Bambi needs to get back to me on which question she actually wants answered, if she hasn't already typed that in there. COD for Avneet. Once you guys put in that you need a COD or the question, you only have to put that in once. I get overwhelmed by you guys typing stuff in, so repeats only add to the overwhelmness and take me longer to work my way through. So if you can just type in whatever it is you need once, that'll be great. If I ask you to adjust your question, like Tammy Bambi needs to narrow it down to which question she actually wants the answer to, that type of thing, then it's cool to, you know, adjust, make the adjustment and let me know what you need. But let's try to avoid doing repeats in here. Avneet's card of the day. La da dee da 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 da. 10 of Wands, this just means that there's some way that either you have picked up responsibility or some way you will be picking up a new responsibility and taking care of it, Ms. Avneet. Starlight, unfortunately, I don't answer medical questions. I feel like the doctors are the professionals for that. If you're not getting help from a doctor, then you want to find somebody who specializes in medical. There are people that are medical intuitives out there that's exactly what they specialize in. That is not me. So you want to get with someone like that to get that type of answer, honey. Now, if you want to get a Reiki session to help get rid of it, we don't have to know what started it to get rid of it, then contact me. Just give me a text or a phone call and set up your free Reiki session. And then if you feel like that helps, then we can always set up more later. But at least get the free one and see if that helps. You can find my contact information on my website. My website is www.amista.info, I-N-F-O. You are feeling the energies, Lily? Yeah. COD? No, I'm not doing a COD. What am I doing? Oh, I'm doing a question. Next step for Patty E spiritually. Patty E, your spirit guides are telling me that you already know this. In fact, they don't even want me to answer this question for you because you already know this. They want you to start developing your own confidence. So I'm going to honor their request. Sorry, but I am going to honor their request. If you want to ask me another question or if you want a card of the day, let me know. But your spirit guides are having a big fit over here about the idea of me actually answering that question for you. They say you know that answer. They're calling bullshit on you, honey. COD for striving. COD. La da 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 da. Striving. Ace of Wands in reverse. I'm not getting my normal reading off of this Ace of Wands card, though, in reverse. Miss Striving, I'm feeling like you're pretty fired up and pissed off about something. Typically, an Ace of Wands, right side up, would be excited, happy, gung-ho, I guess I mean, about some kind of idea. The way that this is coming through now for me, normally I see it as apathy. No, 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 no. You are pissed about something that's going on. There's a lot of fire energy around it, and it's on the not so excited side. Well, excited, yes, but in a different way. You would be happy to burn something down right now. So thank you to Striving. You're welcome. You're welcome. Okay, so who will Tammy be going with in the spring? That's what Tammy wants to know. Let's find out. La da dee da da, la da da da. We're going to see if any court cards come up out of these cards to give me some clues here. And then we'll see what else I can feel on top of that, if there's anything else necessary to come up. La, da, da, da. What is this saying? You got a couple of people showing up here. Tammy, okay, so you're going to have a choice about who you're with in the spring. It's going to be really important for you to choose carefully. And I feel like choosing carefully may be kind of hard, because I feel like one of the person may be like emotionally manipulative, but you've got one person that shows up as being, like I said, emotionally manipulative. There's somebody who they can switch words around. They're kind of like, if you've ever heard that old song by Heart, Mama, He's a Magic Man. This is what this person is like. Like, you just kind of get enthralled by this person and you're just almost addicted to them. And then you've got another person that shows up that is very solid and very stable material-wise, which your first person is not so much. He may even have addiction issues. But this other person is very solid, very stable. He's boring. I'm going to tell you flat out, he's boring. But he's boring because he's not into the drama. He's into a good life. He has some goals. He's following those goals. He knows what he wants, and he's working towards those things. So I think that your choice is going to be between these two people, and the challenge is going to be to see past the enthrallment of the magic man and to really appreciate this other guy who's so stable and really, I feel like would be a much more reliable choice to be able to appreciate him, because I think you're kind of used to, and I'm sort of filling in the blanks here, but I think you're kind of used to or accustomed to drama. And so drama sort of seems normal to you, and not having drama can be a little bit difficult for someone where drama seems normal. Okay. So the challenge will be to actually see somebody who doesn't have drama as interesting enough to really focus on. So it's going to be your choice. So that's for Tammy Bambi. Lisa O wants a card of the day. Oops. About half the deck just fell. Lisa, that tells me that you actually need a reading. For those of you who want to schedule a reading with me, feel free to check out my website and get my contact information there. My website's www.amista.info. You can find all the information about the different readings I offer there, plus my contact information. Once you figure out what kind of reading you want, just get a hold of me and let me know. Lisa O's card of the day. Same thing with Reiki. If you guys want some Reiki, just get a hold of me and let me know. All that information also on the same website, www.amista.info. Lisa, 3 of Cups. This is telling me that you have a strong support network right now, and you may be leaning on them. This is a good time to lean on them if you're not. Thank you, Ms. Avni and Zuli. Just a card for Zuli. Okay. Card of the day for Ms. Zuli. Zuli, my agreement with Sacred Spirit about these cards of the day is that they're very current situations. Either there's something that's happened within the past 24 hours or that will happen within the next 24 hours. If they don't happen in that time frame, don't look for them or don't try to make them happen anymore, okay? The other thing that you need to know is that Sacred Spirit, and I have come to the agreement with these, that this is something that Spirit would like you to be more aware of than what you would be already. And also that whatever comes up is for your highest and best interest. So even if something negative that seems negative comes up on a card, then I trust Sacred Spirit that it's in your highest and best interest to have the heads up about it or to be more aware of it so that you can be proactive about changing that energy. So here we go. This is for Zuli. Okay, honey bunny. A lot of times whenever you get a first card in my room, it talks about you, but this time I don't feel like it's talking about you so much directly. You got the Queen of Swords in reverse, and to me, what I feel like is this is somebody that you're interacting with or you have interacted with within the past 24 hours who has been through the ringer. They've just been through a lot, enough to break most people down. Usually this is going to be a female. This typically shows up as my widow card, or maybe even somebody who lost a little one. You know, they've just been through some kind of tragedy. Sometimes it's just that they lost a job or something like that. Anyway, you're interacting with somebody who has been dealing with some stuff, and it's been pretty heavy. And you're starting to see them begin to see the light at the end of the tunnel. They're starting to be able to smile a little bit, laugh a little bit. And I think that this is really a big relief to you. Okay. That was for Zuli. Marion. Oh, I'm sorry, Marion. That's a bummer. You're quite welcome, Avneet. Starlight wants to know what career she would be best in. I think I'm going to see if the Lenormand will help us out with this one. Usually questions like this, I say we're just getting a general idea. This is the first time I've used the Lenormand for a question like this, so let's see what comes up. This is for Starlight. Maybe your best career would be as an IRS auditor. No, actually, what I'm seeing here doesn't necessarily have to be for the IRS, but I am seeing something, Starlight, that has to do with money, that has to do with documents about money. So to me, that right there says accounting. The third card that I pulled talks about clouds, which is talking about confusion. So this could be where companies may call you in to clear up any discrepancies that are showing up in their finances. You know, maybe they have somebody who is acting fraudulently in the company, and so they might call you in to be the specialist to figure out, okay, where is money disappearing to and why? How come things aren't showing the way that they should be? So really doing some kind of detective work with financial records is what I see coming up for you. As far as your best career, I don't know that you would get into that one like right away. Like, where do you find people that are looking for that? I couldn't tell you. It may be that you start out in accounting and you end up in something like that on down the road that's specialized to that point. Or if you're already in accounting, you could end up there pretty quickly. I don't know. Let's see, but that's what comes up for you, my dear. Okay, so Zuli, I think I've already picked a card for you. Patty E, talking to spirit guides is more of a medium reading. Having them have a fit on me and telling me not to tell you something is like, that's where they're sort of breaking through into my psychic time. So I don't actually talk to spirits that have crossed over or spirit guides here on the videos like intentionally. So you are going to need to pick a card of the day, or you're going to have to ask a specific question. That's how this works right here. Striving says we'll see. Okay. I appreciate that you always give feedback, Striving. That's awesome. Sounds like your ex with the drama, but don't know the other guy. Maybe new. That would be nice. I would think it would be somebody new would be the other guy. You're quite welcome, Zuli. Lisa, aw, thank you for all the flowers. Thank you, Tammy. You too, my dear. Okay. That is crazy, huh? You were having nightmares about her and then she ended up calling you? Makes sense for you, Starlight? Cool, cool. Okay, Patty. I know your intentions are good. You're cool. Sometimes I just have to explain a little bit. It's all good. And I usually don't have spirit guides having fits on me. That's not exactly normal. I think they just want you to trust your own intuition, Patty. That's what their deal is. They're like, she knows. She just needs confidence. And in that case, if that's really the deal, then me telling you, you wouldn't be able to develop your confidence. So I get what they're saying. It's all good. COD for Patty E. Aw, thank you, Lisa. COD. Okay, Patty E, the COD that you got is the moon card. This moon card's actually pretty beautiful. So the moon card does talk about things that are in your subconscious really working their way to the surface, kind of like that crab climbing up out of the water. And for you, I'm feeling like, I mean, this is a complete different interpretation of the moon card just starting, but I'm really feeling like, excuse me. I'm really feeling like I wish my throat would cooperate with me. Okay. So I'm really feeling like you're going through a situation, Patty, where you have some subconscious stuff coming up for you. And I feel like you're going through a cleansing situation with that stuff, where you're reflecting on what's coming up, and you're reflecting on what are the lessons that you want to hold on to, and what is the rest of it that you want to let go. So like grudges, negative feelings, anger, hurt, all that stuff. I feel like you're letting that go. I mean, look here, you've got a dog and a wolf and they're howling at the moon. This to me, talks about grieving. When my grandpa died, we had a German Shepherd that was half wolf, half German Shepherd. And he had gone back and forth between my grandpa's place and my family's place. He was at my grandpa's place when my grandpa died. He had cancer. My grandpa was in a nursing home, had cancer. He'd been in a nursing home for a couple of months. That dog knew when my grandpa passed. And that dog always turned to the north, which is where we had buried my grandpa's body, and howled at the moon every night for the rest of his life after my grandpa passed. So to me, this is talking about you're letting things go. You're grieving those things as you're letting them go. You've been holding on to some anger, some kind of negative issues, some grief, some hurt. You're letting those things go. You're letting out the grief. You're howling like the dog and the wolf at the moon, and you're just processing. You're processing. So you're doing some big time healing work on yourself right now, my dear. You guys got away from me on the conversation. Let me back it up. Oh, very cool, Zuli. Yeah, I figured that's what you were doing. I just think it's trippy, though, that you were having dreams about her and then she called. GSJ Mac, hello, hello, welcome. Glad to see you here, honey. I'm like thinking, did I even set an alarm? I did. I set it for an hour ago, almost. Let's fix that. Let's make it so I'm really here as long as I think. There we go. So we've got about 6 more minutes. You'll go with your intuition. I like it. I like it. You got to keep testing it out. That's how you know if it works or not, Patty E. Lizzie Baez, may you have a card? You may, you may. No worries, driving. Thank you, thank you. Glad you were here. Thanks for hanging out with me and keeping me on my toes. Thank you for sharing too, by the way. Okay, so card for Lizzie Baez. I think I'm saying that name wrong. I think it's supposed to be Baez. Lizzie Baez. I always want to say it how it's spelled, but I don't think that's how you say it. Lizzie, you've got the Fool card in reverse. Excuse me. Fool card in reverse just means that there's something that you're really putting a lot of thought into, some kind of activity that you're putting a lot of thought into right now. You're definitely not going spur of the moment and not taking any chances with it. You're making sure all the details and everything has been figured out. That's for Miss Lizzie. You're quite welcome, Zuli. Camilla, hello, hello, welcome. Glad you made it to the room. You're the wolf. Yeah, exactly, Patty E. You are very late, little ODD. We're doing cards of the day and questions now. Javier Rotez, hello, hello. I hope I'm saying your name right. Maybe it's Rotez. Anyway, glad to see you in the room, Mr. Sagittarius. Cray87, hello, hello. GSJ Mac would like to have a card of the day. Let's do that. Camila, you're not too late for a card, I don't think. Let's see how far I get here. Card of the day for GSJ Mac. Okay, GSJ Mac, what you have coming up here? Let me look at my camera so I can make sure I put it in the center. Here we go. Okay, you've got the Death card, GSJ Mac. You know, I would never call this the Death card. I would always call it Transformation. To me, this is a picture of very similar feeling to the Rising Phoenix. There's a lot of fire energy in this card. So there's a lot of passion. I mean, this is a transformation that you're really wanting to make, and it's coming from deep, deep, deep within inside you, GSJ Mac. Also, I feel like that transformation card, it's a big deal. So I think that whatever this is happening that's transforming is probably not just in the blink of an eye and now we're done. This is probably a transformation process that's actually happening for you, my dear. Camila, let's get out a card of the day for you. You're quite welcome, Patty E. Well, I'm glad that you made it into a live if you're a big fan. Thank you for being a fan. That's awesome. You give everything a lot of thought. That's true. That's a Virgo trait. Alrighty, so right now I'm doing Camila's. Your conversation has gotten away from me again, guys. So if you're saying something to me and I'm not responding right away, please don't be offended. I will try to get caught up. Even if I don't get caught up before the timer goes off, please know I do read your comments before I leave. So if you put in verifications that I don't see yet, don't worry, I will be reading them later, and I do appreciate having those. Okay, so Camila, Page of Swords is showing up for me, for you. To me, this is just saying, Miss Camila, that you are looking for information, you're looking for the truth, you're digging into something occult, arcane, metaphysical, something about spirit and the way that spirit controls or influences us here in the world or the world itself. And so you're digging into that a little bit more deeply than what you have before. You're looking for more deep, 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 deep truth. That's basically how I see that card for you today, my dear. Little ODD, you are up. Card for little ODD. Okay, my dear, you have the lady. This just tells me that either within the past 24 hours or the next 24 hours, you're having a very creative, productive day. Things are happening exactly the way that you would like them to happen. You may even be manifesting some wonderful surprises into your life that you weren't totally expecting on a conscious level. That's little ODD. Cray 87, card of the day for you. Cray 87. After that will be Javier. Oops, there's my alarm. Javier is going to be the last card of the day. I want to fit him in because he hasn't been here before, so let's make sure he gets a chance to experience at least a card of the day. Cray 87 is whose card I'm pulling right now, though. Cray 87. Here we go, Ms. Cray. Ooh, all right, honey, you have the Ace of Stones turned upside down. This is just telling me that right now you're not feeling too stable about something that's going on in your life as far as finances or home or relationship. One of those three areas, you're kind of feeling like things are a little bit shaky. They need to be improved. That's the way you're feeling today, Cray. Does that make sense to you, my dear? Okay, so Javier, let's do a card of the day for you, my dear. You're quite welcome, GSJ Mac. You're quite welcome, little ODD. That's weird that you didn't get the notification. You might have to double check your settings. Javier. Card of the day for you. You know what, Javier? I think I'm going to do my Lenormand for you today. I don't use my Lenormand in my professional readings. I do like to use them in some of my more informal readings, like here, and with friends. Sometimes they can be very specific, and so they're fun. The deck I was shuffling for you already, Javier, was like my purple lavender lilac one. And I just thought this is a little too much of a girly deck to use for Javier. So that's why we're shifting to Lenormand for you. We're going to have 2 cards. We're going to start with your house card, which comes up as the tree. This can be talking about your health, or this can be talking about your family, as in family tree. Okay. And the cover card is the stork. Okay, so when you've got the house card and the stork card together, Javier, this is talking about either that you're bringing a new baby into your family, or somebody is bringing a new baby in. This could be a little niece, nephew, cousin, brother, sister, whatever, or your own child. But the other thing that this can be is that your health is getting better. So if you've been feeling kind of sick, maybe you're home today because you were sick from work, this is just saying that your health is improving. So one of those two is going on for you, Javier. I really am leaning more towards your health on this one, but I could be wrong. I don't use these cards as often, so sometimes I'm not as accurate as I would be with the tarot. Anyway, I hope that makes sense for you. Caught me. All right, Annie. And then after this will be the last card. Javier's was actually going to be the last card, but since you're having an overwhelming day, you pulled on my heartstrings. Thank you, Lisa. Oh, Annie really will be the last one, guys. Thanks, Cray87. You have a great day as well. Okay, Ms. Annie Lennington. Okay, you have the 9 of Swords in reverse. To me, this is telling me that you've been through a lot of stress, but that stress is now coming to an end. Either something has happened in that situation that was stressing you out, so it's not so stressful anymore, or you're just letting it go. Hey, man, I've done everything that I can do. All I can do now is let it go and see what happens. That's kind of what I'm picking out for you, Ms. Annie. On the health side, cool. Thank you, Javier. Nice to know my intuition was on that one. You're quite welcome, Camila. And a merry day to you, Manuela. Okay, guys, everybody, thank you so much for stopping by and hanging out. If any of you would like to schedule a private reading with me, please check out my website for my contact information and get a hold of me. Same thing, if you guys would like to schedule a Reiki session. If you haven't had one with me before, the first one is always free, just so that you can see what it can do for you. And then after that, if you want it again, then we talk about more. Everybody always wants more after the free one. Anyway, so if you need to schedule a Reiki session, or if you need to schedule a reading, all you have to do is go to my website and find my contact information. My website is www.amista.info, I-N-F-O. Everybody, thank you so much for being here and for keeping me on my toes, giving me a chance to practice on y'all. Thank you for being my guinea pigs. Everybody have a fantastic, wonderful day. Bye.